Alright, let's do it. Alice's Guide. So, yep, we got the map. We also have others, which is the person, the scroll line encounter, and the map, and the game screen. So, this is scrolling the game screen. We're going to learn how to do that. Alice's Guide. Scrolling the game screen.
I like how Nintendo made a game about programming.
Hello, Dry Crunch. I wonder what it is that at the edge of the screen I can't quite see it all. RPG Maker is basically how to make an RPG. This game is how to make specific types of games. Like shooters, platformers, kart racers.
I'm pretty sure you can make RPGs in this game.
It's basically... Well, no, RPG Maker is basically the complicated shit on how to make a full RPG.
Yeah.
Which RPG Maker is famous because, Joe, it made a bunch of other games that would soon be famous. Like IB, Mad Father, I believe some of the fan hacks for like Earthbound, Undertale, Deltarune, and so much more. Basically, some of these games were made because of the RPG Maker engine. Yeah. Incredible, right? And you know what's cool about some of the Kemco games? They were also made using that exact same engine. Pretty fucking cool, right?
Wonder why it's similar.
That's why RPG Maker is such a big franchise. Because it helped and started so many RPGs around the world. That's why everyone reveres it, and that's why it's such a good game series. Because it helped a lot of devs learn how to make RPGs. So without it, we wouldn't get a lot of games, would we? Not a lot of good RPG games. We still get them, but not a lot of indie ones, which is why I'm happy it exists. But anyways, that's not what we're going to talk about here. We're going to talk about scrolling the game screen here. And this is Alice. I wonder what that is at the edge of the screen. I can't quite see it at all. Is that a person? In this guide, we're going to try to get the person at the edge of the screen into the center of the screen. That'll make them easy to see. Yes, that's what Alice is talking about here. Let's see what's going on in the program screen. Okay. Press plus. Oh, Dry Crunch. Marvelous to see you, darling. Excuse me. Had a muffin earlier, that's why I burped. Hiya, Dry Crunch. You saw my dilemma, yes? The poor person cut off by the edge of the screen. It's a cinematic disaster. My framing is all wrong. My star must be center. What we want is to able to focus, move the focus of the game screen. I have a confession. You can move the game screen around, even though I, the game screen node on, remain stationary. Zoom into my export. You see the input to my export? The game screen can move on the x-axis according to the input number. Yes, guys. If you want to get good at programming, guess what that fucking means? You gotta be good at math. And y'all like, oh my god, history, English, science, and math are all useless. Yeah. If you can't do math, you can't do programming. I know. It sucks, doesn't it? You also can't do taxes. Basically, you're fucked.
Math is important.
So please pay attention in school. Please. You will be thanking yourself when you're older and when you understand a bit better. School is important. Don't say school sucks. I get it, because you gotta think about, all the depressing stuff in your life, and you don't want to be there, and you want to be in your room, and you want to cry, and you don't want to deal with the hard stuff. Listen. I understand what you're going through. I understand. I hate school too. But it was... When I faced adversity, when I was able to accept it, and I grew up, and I took therapy and whatever else, I was able to know that without it, I wouldn't be the person I am today. But would I go back through it? Probably not, man. I don't think my modern self would be able to do high school again. I would probably just give up on it. I'd say, fuck this, man. I'm fucking leaving. That's just how I am. I'm just true to myself now, but I'm glad I was able to go to school. I was able to learn so much stuff. I was able to learn about, travesties, and I was able to find myself again, and I was able to learn a lot of stuff. So I don't hate school. I hated the part that I had to deal with myself the more than doing the actual work part. But still, I went to school. Anyways, so yes, back to what I was saying. Sorry, I got a little distracted. Math is important. X, Y, and Z axis, they're from math. So, come on. This is literally a grid. The only thing I suck at math, and Joe and the others figured it out, I cannot stand decimal fractions. They make my fucking head hurt. I can't stand decimal fractions. It makes me want to do the Steve Harvey meme. That's what it makes me want to do. I can't stand decimal fractions. I fucking hate them. I couldn't even do the APR. Like, I tried to do APR, like, back, 4 years ago when I was, like, complaining it back when I was doing Rusty's Real Deal. I hated it. I fucking hated it. Even my mom hated it. Like, we could not do it.
You want to go back to Rusty's Real Deal?
No, I was saying that I was talking about it. I cannot stand decimal fractions. Like, you know when a number's at a decimal and it's over a fraction?
Yeah.
I hate that shit. I fucking hate that shit. Because the decimal fucks it up. So then I have to, like, go through the value and I have to go over it and it makes me want to makes my head spin. I can't stand it. Doing APR sucks. It's basically difficult division. And it makes my head spin. I can't
Why
understand.
don't they just do regular ass division?
Joe, Joe, I'm a little behind in math.
You're a lot better than math than me.
Joseph, I didn't learn calculus until high school.
So you know what's funny? My class did calculus.
I was in pre-calculus. I could do pre-calculus and calculus. I wasn't that great. To be
Bro.
real, I got like in between C's to D's. I was shit
Bro,
at calculus.
we asked if we could do calculus one day in class, and we actually, all of us,
I was
got it right.
I was shit at calculus. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I could do some graphs. I had to use a little calculator a lot.
because like,
And
we
it
made a
just
bet with our teachers saying, oh, if we can do this calculus problem, we can have the rest of the day off
All right,
from
well,
class.
whatever.
Or it
But
was something along those lines.
yeah, that's my story with math. But guys, please treat math seriously. It helps out, but so many things. Like, what do you mean? Math is involved in almost everything. From like the amounts of like how much money you need to use, like the numbers, how much like the clothes length, the width. Math is involved with so much shit. So much shit's not funny. That's why it's so fucking important. So please take it seriously. But regardless,
Like with a lot of crafting, a lot of building, a lot of baking.
baking, oh my god, anything that like deals with your hands, you have to use math. It's not even funny. Science is more like the chemicals and all the stuff you use, so it teaches you how to be safe with chemicals and whatever else. Reading in English is basically teaching you how to read
And communicate.
and communicate. Oh my god, they need to make a communication class. Like, or no, they don't need to make a communication class. They just need these students to actually take school seriously. Because if we don't, like, show an example. Look at some people on Twitter. This is what happens when you don't take school seriously. That's what happens. Or you don't pay attention to your own kid. Anyways,
Stupid.
alright. I'm going to ignore all this, and we're going to continue the lesson. Let me call my assistant. Constant note on. Don't be shy, my darling. I am here at your service to help move the game screen. I am outputting 5.00 at the moment. Be a dear, Dry Crunch, and connect the constant note onto my export. Go ahead, connect the constant note on to the game screen note on's export. Now, the screen should have moved 5.00 miles along the x-axis. Take 2. Now the person should be front and center, perfectly framed. Let's look at this game screen to check. What the fuck is that? Is that a chicken? Perfect, they're right in the middle of the game screen. That is
What the fuck
because
is
the game
that?
screen scooted over the 5 meters of the axis, but there seems to be something half visible on the right side of the screen. Is that a chick? Let's go back to the program screen to see what's happened.
What is that?
Did you spot it? Shift the game screen over the check to reveal the check. Enter fancy object note on brighten the scene here. Yes, I decided you shall be my new star. I must have the chick center stage. Alright, time for junior assistant. Bell stick. Hello. If I could just get a connection from the export to that stick, that should be lovely. Yep. Then the game screen could move the coordinates movement. Basically, this is how they make like Sonic, Kirby, and the Mega Man games, whatever else. This is how they make it work. Now you control the game screen. Tilt it. Look how the game screen slides with that. But it only moves a little bit, moves a bit. And we'll go over that in the next video. Alright? So I'll see you all in the next video where we'll continue this lesson, okay? Sorry for getting sidetracked about talking a little bit about myself. I'll catch you all in the next video. Bye, guys.